This weekend it's the British and Irish Cup, and here at Goldenacre, Heriots take on Neath, and at Millbrae, Ayr take on the Birmingham Solihull Bees. It's going to be two tough matches, but they're representing Scotland this weekend. And that means a lot to the boys at Millbrae. They were 3-0 up after only a couple of minutes, and then AJ McFarlane getting in among them. Stuart Fenwick out to McFarlane again, and a long ball out there to Gordy Reid. And the big prop charging in for the opening try after only 5 minutes. 11 minutes gone. Here putting a lot of pressure on Birmingham. Out into midfield, and Paul Burke exploding onto that ball. The coaches would be purring about that one. Straight off the training paddock. Fraser Climo added the conversion and 2 penalties, and then he was the man who set this one up. Shrugging off a couple of tackles there, inside ball, and Paul Burke again, the man finishing it off. Try number 3 for Ayr, again converted by Climo. And deep into injury time in the first half, Birmingham, a rare attack, but breaking down. Jamie Hunter snaffling that one inside his own 22, over the halfway line. Onto the 22, throwing in Tom Foden and Grant Anderson, but a great ball to AJ McFarlane, and Ayr bonus point in the bag before half time. Into the second half, and Birmingham really not making any impact at all, and the ball out to Fraser Climo on his own 22 and stretching away from the Birmingham defence. Nobody was going to catch him. And into the corner. He missed the conversion, hardly surprising after a run like that. And then 55 minutes gone. Great take by Rory Mackay. Ayr pack getting the drive on and over. And referee Mr. Bodley having a good look and giving the try. All credit to Birmingham. They gave it their best shot in the last quarter, and that ball out to Tom Foden. A sparky wee number 10 this one, and eluding that tackle by Ross Currow. And over for Birmingham's opening score. A couple of minutes later, they did it again. Good ball out there. Anthony Elliott in the line. Picked up this time by Rod Petty. Fair turn of pace there. Ryan Tomlinson taking the inside pass, and then to full-back Elliott, back in the line, over for try number 2. Rod Petty's conversion completed the scoring, and that left Ayr lying joint second in their pool, 2 wins out of 3. And with 2 games to go, things are looking good for the men from Millbrae.
Scrum Magazine. Subscribe online at scrummagazine.com.
And then it was off to Goldenacre. Heriots and Neath are both sitting without a win in the competition so far, but Neath made their intentions clear in the very first minute. Slick hands, getting the ball out to flanker Craig Price on the 22, shrugging off a couple of pretty ineffective tackles. 5-0, less than a minute gone. Heriots, not much possession when they did. Oh dear, you don't want to do that with it. Gareth Gravel, Kevin Morgan, out to Lee Jones, the flanker, up to the 22, taking the tackle by Ross Brown, popping it up, and the man who started it all, Gareth Gravel. Almost a stroll over the line, second try after 4 minutes. 5 minutes later, Heriots again looking quite dangerous. Chris Fizarro knocked over there on the Neath 22, but quick turnover ball for Neath. And even from there, they were prepared to attack the Heriots defence. Kevin James, the Burley winger, throwing off 2 or 3 tackles there. And then finally, onto his namesake scrum half, Tom James. And again, the Heriots tackling, leaving a wee bit to be desired. Try number 3 after 9 minutes. Tom James, again the link man here, up to Gareth McCarthy. McCarthy knocked over by Colin Gowdy and Graham Wilson. But again, quick ball for Neath. This time whipped out to Wayne Mitchell. Pop up to prop Nicky Downs. Quick ball again. Craig Price slicing through the Heriots defence. And slick hands on the man on the end of it. There's big lock Hayden Pugh over for the bonus clinching try. Heriot's getting themselves into attack position again, but making nothing of it. Steve Thomas running that ball out of defence, out to Richard Smith. Smith over the halfway line, return ball to Thomas and stretching away there. And round under the posts for the 5th try on the half-hour mark. And honestly, this is not a replay. It's Heriot's again putting on the pressure in the Neath 22. Neath getting the turnover and Heriot's in total disarray. The ball out to wing Steve James, fending off Ross Brown once and again. He's low in the water, this boy, and you've got to make sure you hit him hard. Otherwise, this is what happens. Finished with a flourish. Oh boy, you enjoyed that one. Half-time score, Neath ahead by 38 points to 0. Into the second half, and Heriots were determined they were going to salvage something from this. And at least this time when they got into the danger zone, they managed to protect the ball. They managed to go through a couple of phases. They managed to get closer and closer to the Neath line. And Finlay Gillis was the man who took it over, and Finlay Gillis was the man who was awarded the try. 5 minutes later, and Heriot showed anything that Neath could do from inside their own 22, they could do as well. Out to wing Byron Roberts, long ball downfield, and then it's a chase. Richard Smith getting there first, but taken out by Roberts. On the Neath 22, bit of a scramble there. Offence spotted by referee Michael Tutty. Looked like holding on, taken quickly there by Graham Smith. Ross Brown, the link man. Peter Eccles in support, putting Max Nimmo in. Out of a couple of tackles, yes, over for the try. And Heriot's a wee bit of a fight back here. On the 64-minute mark, yet again, this time it's Eccles, just inches short of the line, hauled down by the Neath defence. But Heriot's giving it everything here. Finlay Gillis, almost his 2nd try there. Graham Wilson beavering away in there. Pops it up, and the man on the end of it is Peter Eccles. 3rd try for Heriot's. But that was it, I'm afraid. Graham Wilson's conversion. The final score of the game. Neath winning by 38 points to 21 for their first success in the British and Irish Cup, leaving Heriot's still winless. This is Ron Evans for Scottish Rugby Television at Goldenacre.